Hey people, it is Thursday, September the 9th, and it is 11:34 in the morning, and the temperature is 21 degrees Celsius. And I'm here at the corner of Spadina Avenue and Wellington Street West. And I'll begin walking west here along Wellington Street, and I'll walk most of the remaining length of Wellington Street and find my way over to some pedestrian bridges that were recently installed in the Liberty Village and Garrison Park area, and then I might dip down into part of the Bentway. So we're just currently walking past the construction site known as the Well. I did a walk along here not all that long ago, but it was intended to be a longer walk, but my battery died right at the corner of Wellington and Portland Street, which is just up ahead. So I thought I'd sort of redo this stretch of Wellington as I intended to do it back then. And quite a bit of progress has been made though here at the construction site since I last walked past here. And it looks like something may be about to begin here at this site where this old historic mansion is that has been the site of a couple of fires, suspicious fires. There's a new development proposed there where they will retain the mansion as part of the new building. And look at this. This is pretty interesting. This is new here. If you saw my previous video, you remember I mentioned that the Well consists not only of office space but also some residential towers and a shopping mall. As well as some pretty neat pedestrian oriented corridors that you can walk through the new development. It'll be geared for people on their feet to get around conveniently. So it's currently sunny, but there are some threatening looking clouds sort of coming our way, and there is possible rain in the forecast, so I did bring my umbrella just in case.
Are you actually mad that I'm leaving right now?
And here's where my previous video along here ended, when my camera died. And I've been meaning to come back here and continue this portion of the walk. So we're just crossing Portland Street.
We can read it.
It's quite the thicket of construction cranes here from this vantage point. It is the largest construction site in Canada, as far as I know, in terms of a single project.
Because the work is fucking downtown, because once it's stuck in the downtown,
And here we are at Bathurst Street. And it looks like this old semi-detached home will be coming down as part of this new development. I'm not exactly sure what is going up here. I think it will be a mid-rise development though. Most of the new developments along Bathurst Street here on the western border of downtown tend to be of the mid-rise variety, such as this, and a few others down south. And I think I just caught that guy doing his wheelie. He could have made it, but he decided to stop. There's a look north. Alright, now we'll continue along this residential stretch of Wellington Street. King Street is just right to the north of here, but I have done a number of walks along there, and I don't think I've ever walked along this part of Wellington Street. Take a look at some inner city Toronto row house architecture. We are walking towards Liberty Village. I don't think I'll be walking through Liberty Village, the neighborhood. I'll just sort of be skirting around the edges of it.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about
You can see how they added these newer additions here that are kind of built to mimic the look of the old historic row houses. I think if you're going to do infill, that's the way to do it. And here's Niagara Street. This is an interesting street. It kind of runs in a long curving route, bisecting various intersections along the way. I've done a video walking along the length of Niagara Street before. You can see it curving that way. And I'm not too sure what this is all about. Oh, it's art. Okay, it's an art gallery. Contemporary art. There you have it. And there's the Old York Tavern Cafe and Bar and Grill. I think the guy passed me and then came around to get another look at me, the guy on the bike. There's one of those garbage suckers. I always get a kick out of seeing those. They suck up litter with that big vacuum tube. And here is where I will check out some of these pedestrian bridges. And over here is the Liberty Village neighborhood. I will probably cut through a corner of Liberty Village in order to check out another pedestrian bridge further down. Will we see a train go by? The Up Express is running on its regular schedule again, or so I thought I heard anyway. So they'll be passing by here more frequently on their way to and from Pearson Airport and Union Station. I don't see any sign of a train coming, or any train of a sign coming for that matter. Oh, I think I hear something. I think that's up ahead at the other rail corridor. It sounds like a GO train. Oh well, once I get just far enough away, I'm sure a train will go by behind me. The dogs outnumber the people on this bridge right now. Well, I guess it's a tie. 4 people, 4 dogs. Including me. No, there's 5 dogs. The dogs do outnumber the people. There we go. And this dog is doing something pretty interesting here. He's walking little circles around the guy. I wonder if he's trained to do that. Here's the other rail corridor. This is a cool little bench here. You can sit and watch the trains go by, if that's what you're into. There's stairs here, or you can walk around this way. There's the Gardner Expressway. And up that way is Fort York. Which more or less predates Toronto. I think it was established at the same time as the town of York, or around the same time. But at that moment in time, the town of York really didn't consist of much of anything. But it did grow rapidly, and eventually became the city of Toronto. The name change. So we just cut through a little portion of what will eventually become the Bentway, heading in that direction. Still no train. Not having any luck with train spotting today. That was a good movie though. Good strong breeze blowing. So this is Strachan Avenue. We've been walking along, but I'm going to head into Liberty Village just for a little ways here along East Liberty Street. Still heading west.
Like a 30-second stop.
Yeah, we have some dark, threatening clouds coming this way. I think this is one of the only streets or areas of the city where they put the directional header ahead of the street name, like East Liberty instead of Liberty Street East. Every other street does it the other way: King Street East, Queen West, etc., etc. Although I suppose East Liberty is just the name of the street, not so much signifying a direction. Because this is the west side of the city, so every other major street would be labeled west, such as King Street West, Dundas West, etc., etc. So I've just rambled on about a very uninteresting topic. East Liberty. It's just the name. That's all it is. Here's one of the old remaining historic buildings from the area. think this used to be a jail, if I remember correctly, dating from the mid-19th century. There are a number of other old historic buildings scattered around the neighborhood. It was originally a manufacturing and warehousing area with lots of old school factories which still stand. You can see up ahead, one with the water tower on top. But most of them have been repurposed and now serve as residential lofts or office space. Lots of tech companies have moved into the area. If you want a complete tour of Liberty Village, just check out some of my previous videos. I've done a couple of Liberty Village walking tours. And up ahead is the other bridge that I've been planning to check out. This one was basically completed but not open to the public for like a very long time. I believe due to some elevator issues, even though obviously you can walk up the stairs if you have no need of an elevator, but it remained closed until those issues were fixed. So this finally allows people to cross the tracks without having to go the long way around. And I just felt a raindrop. Just look at those clouds. This looks like potential downpour clouds here, and off in the distance they looked even more stormy. Alright, let's take the stairs.
So
And here we are. It'd be kind of cool if the rain suddenly started coming down in a torrential downpour while I was inside here. And still no train. Just give me one train. They seem to zip by every few minutes when you're not waiting for one. And when you are waiting, they never seem to come. Just looking back into some of the neighborhood. And there's King Street West. And the wind is really whipping up. I think we're in for a little mini storm here momentarily. So I might be able to catch that in another video. So I'm going to start to wrap up this one. Hope you enjoyed the walk along Wellington Street. And over some new pedestrian bridges and Garrison Creek area, and then under the part of the Bentway, and then through a corner of Liberty Village, just to access this recently opened pedestrian bridge. But no trains. Not a train to be seen. So leave a comment below, and like and share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And be sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my new merch store. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue. And if it starts storming, I will continue then as well. And I feel more raindrops. Bring it on.